Hey guys, welcome to another Lunchtime review. Today I'm going to try this Keystone Bar and Grill. This is something that they sell at Walmart. We bought them. They were $5.28 a meal, so they're a little expensive, but it's different. I've only seen these at Walmart too. So from the Keystone Chef to you, this one is the barbecue chicken and bacon macaroni and cheese. It is macaroni and cheese with our signature barbecue sauce, grilled white meat chicken, and bacon. It looks really good. I mean, really good. Calorie-wise, probably don't look good. 730 calories per tray, so the whole thing is 730 calories. The sodium's awful, just everything there is awful. Don't look at any of that. Okay, so we can do a conventional oven, and they're actually saying that's the preferred way or the favorite way. Of course, we don't do ovens, but you can. There's the directions if you want to do them. So the microwave, we're going to remove the tray from the outer carton. We're going to cut a slit in the center of the film, place the tray in the microwave. Cook on high for 3.5 minutes. Pull back film to vent, recover, and cook on high for an additional 2 minutes. Remove the product and let it sit for 3 minutes or 2 minutes before enjoying. Or does that say 3? 3 minutes. Yeah. So I really should get my glasses before I read these. So slit, 3.5 minutes, pull it back and stir it, and then 2 minutes. So yeah, it doesn't kind of feel awful bad. Quite a bit of pretty good sized tray. No wonder it's 700 and some calories. I mean, it's pretty good size. It's pretty deep, pretty big. Lots of cheese, that's for sure. So I'm going to get a slit cut in this and get it in the microwave, and I'll be back. All right, here it is out of the microwave, and I got 2 warnings for you. One is an obvious one. The steam is very, very hot. That's pretty obvious. Number 2, the reason I say that is because this plastic that's stuck on this cardboard around the edges is very, very tough to get off. It's really hard to get off. Matter of fact, you can see I actually pulled some of the paper off there, and I didn't even get this part. So when you go in to stir it the first time in the microwave, it is super steamy and super hot. So you can burn yourself really, really easy. So I wanted to give you a public service announcement there to make sure you don't burn your fingers off, because it is very, very hot. So it looks pretty good. Lots of cheese, lots of stuff in there, that's for sure. So I'm gonna let this cool off, or let it set for the 3 minutes like they said, and yeah, I'll be back. Okay, it's had some time to cool off. Here's the bite I'm gonna take first. It's got chicken and macaroni and a little bit of bacon in there, and you can't avoid the cheese or the barbecue sauce, so it's got a little bit of everything in there. Let me try just a noodle. Now, the noodles are a little soft for my taste. They're not mushy, but I like my noodles a little firmer than this. They're not bad. They're not SpaghettiO squishy, but they are a little softer than I would like. The chicken is good. You get a little bit of bacon, not a lot. I would get a little bit of a smokiness, but I don't really get a strong bacon flavor. You really taste, mostly what you get is the barbecue sauce. It's a sweet, kind of sweet and spicy barbecue sauce. So you get that mostly, a little bit of the bacon, a little bit of the chicken, a little bit of the cheese. Flavor-wise, I like it. I like the flavors of it a lot. Texture-wise, it's a little different. It's not bad. It's just weird. But here, let me show you. I just now got this off the edge. Look, there's a whole big hunk of bacon. Like I said, the noodles are a little softer than I personally like them. That's a personal preference thing. But the cheese, the cheese is kind of, I don't know, it's grainy kind of tasting. It has a grainy feel to it, which, you know, I know real cheese does sometimes has that grainy feel to it. You know, it's not like Velveeta or processed cheese. It actually does have a little bit of a texture to it, but it doesn't have that pull like a pure cheese, you know, like a regular, like a Sargento or a Kraft or whatever. Yeah, I think my biggest concern is this, or my biggest complaint is the texture. And even then, you know what? It's really not that off-putting to me. It's there. It's definitely a different texture, but it does have a little bit of mushy macaroni and a grainy kind of cheese. That being said, though, I like it enough to where I would eat it again. I only get a few bites that have that grainy texture to it. Most of it isn't. Just every once in a while, I guess if I get a really big clump of cheese, it has that. But if it's just cheese mixed in, it's not that bad. So, for a macaroni and cheese meal, I have to say it's really, really good. I'm gonna give it a 4.5. The only thing they could have done better, and I know it's enough calories as it is, but they could have given you a little packet of like breadcrumbs or some kind of crunchy bits to put on the top of it after you heated it up, and you could eat it with a crunchy on top, because I like a little crunchiness to mine. That's the only thing I could think of that you would add to this. So it's really good. I'll leave it as 4.5. It is definitely worth trying out. So if you see these at Walmart, I think you'll be happy with it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Now that I've eaten about half of it, I just want to follow up really quick. I don't think it's the cheese that has that texture. I think it's the chicken. There are some pieces of the chicken that they really, like most of it's just chunks. I mean, you get quite a bit of chicken in here too, just to let you know. Quite a bit of chicken, and not as much bacon, but you get a ton of chicken. The little chunks of chicken, the square ones are fine. They're good and tender. They're perfect. Some of them are more ground up, like almost shredded. And the shredded ones is what gave me that grainy texture. It wasn't the cheese. It was those, like the pulled pieces of chicken. That's what gave me that texture. So if you've ever had pulled pork or pulled chicken, you know the texture I'm talking about. It's kind of it's not really grainy like sand or anything. It's just, I don't know. It's finer than what you were expecting. But it's a texture in there that's different than what you were expecting. So, so yeah, I'm still giving it a 4.5. I still think it's really good. I think the flavors and everything are really good. It threw me off. Now I know that it's the chicken that's doing that. I don't have an issue with it at all. The cheese being a little clumpy was a little weird, but knowing that the chicken is just like a finely shredded chicken in some parts, I'm okay with that. So anyway, see you later.